I hope to offer you a slight differentiation to the rest of your day. You've had a lot of companies talking to you, promoting their wares, telling you about the great things they're trying to do. We actually provide you with a way to research those companies. So we're, I wouldn't quite say the middleman, but we can actually help you in that manner as opposed to being a company that has such a cancer drug or anything like that for yourselves. My name's Scott Grant. I'm part of the team at lse.co.uk. So you see London South East everywhere. Our website is lse.co.uk. This is a private investor online resource. We offer everything from level 2 through to free live RNS updates, through to company fundamentals. The list goes on and on and on. We're also very proud to have the largest chat board in the UK. Not only is it the largest, it's actually a fully moderated chat board. So we hope to weed out any playground stuff, should we say. If you've ever phoned in, ever spoke to Joe, Craig or Stuart, you'll also see that, certainly in my view, we have exemplary customer service for you as well. Quick show of hands, please. How many of you have actually visited lse.co.uk? Oh, that's quite nice. That's good. That's about 50-50. And how many of you would say that you perhaps visit it every stock market day? Oh, that's good. Numbers didn't diminish too badly. Today, from my presentation, I'd like to actually give you 5 very good reasons to make lse.co.uk a part of your daily private investor or trader routine. This could become sort of a picture to tool association game, but hopefully not. So there's your police helicopter with its searchlight, so you might guess where I'm going with this. To our text highlighting tool, my first good reason of the day. If you simply log in to the website and then you'll see the text highlighting bot handily highlighted there on the left-hand navigation. I say this as a rhetorical question. How many of you have looked at an RNS and it's extremely long, extremely wordy, and you're trying to find the most relevant information out of that? So as I said, you've now logged in, you're looking at our text highlighting tool, and you can actually choose the words you wish to highlight in any given report. So it can be RNS, but it's across the whole site as well. So any information we've got, any words on the site, the text highlighting tool will find them. In this example, pretty obvious really, loss in red, profit in green. You could have dividend in blue, the word warning in orange, whatever you wish to. So this is a little known tool, but a tool that I particularly have a fondness for. So that's our text highlighting tool. Here we go again, more association, a man at the top of a mountain. Our sequential risers and fallers tool is quite a new addition to the site. We're actually have recently put in quite a few new tools, and they're going to just increase in the months to come. We are chiseling off the rough edges to the tool, so any feedback is gratefully received to info@lse.co.uk. Some people call this also a constant gainers and fallers tool, but as I said, we've turned it as sequential risers. Yet again, if you log in and go into, we've actually now, since I did this presentation only last Monday, our development team are really great and they've actually improved this tool somewhat. So we've now actually got research tools navigation on the left-hand side, and we've actually made that slightly more simplistic. So you can actually go in, you can look at your index, say the FTSE 100, your sector, for argument's sake, mining, and choose how many days you want to look at. So we're looking at sort of short-term share trends, effectively. So how long has a share, say, risen for, or of course fallen for, if you look at the sequential fallers tool. It's just an example of a search I did recently. As you can see, companies there from 6 to 8 days. This is the one that I'll be honest, I'm foggy on this one somewhat. As I said, we've got some very clever people at lse.co.uk, and we have a really great guy, a rocket scientist called Vaz. And Vaz has created a tool which is called our risk price volatility tool. So please forgive me if I read a little bit from my notes on this one. That's someone taking a risk. Hopefully the rope didn't snap. I would say this is a more in-depth tool. So what I've started with, from text highlighting, I've sort of started at a basic tool, and then I'll also finish with a reasonably basic tool, and in the middle we go up to the peak and we find some slightly more in-depth tools, effectively. Borrowing Vaz's words here, this is an autocorrelation method which classifies the risk of investing in a company by using its share price fluctuations. Ultimately, it reflects the short to medium term shareholders' level of dedication to the share. High dedication, as we're going to term it, shows us less fluctuation in price and therefore less risk. Upon opening the tool, again, so you find this under the Research Tools tab, you've got the drop-down menu, again, very similar to the last tool, where you can choose your index and choose your sector within that index. This is a search I did recently, again, FTSE 100 and mining. The tool covers the last 29 stock market days, so you can see the difference there if you've got good eyesight between the latest date and the past date on there is 29 days. You can see if the forecast high-low range on the right-hand side, we should have really highlighted it, which relates to the past price, has materialised in practice, has come through by looking at the latest price on the left. So in other words, you can look at the correlation. So effectively where the very basic prediction, was it in that range in the fullness of time in short term? A key column here is price risk on the far right. This suggests a figure based on the share's volatility, which is of course what this tool is all about. The nearer to zero, quite simply, the less volatile and thus more stable this tool shows you the share is. So what I've done, I've now actually clicked on, say all those columns you saw there are actually sortable. So if you want to sort and go back and look the other way at the most volatile, you can. The only one that isn't is the forecasts section, but if you click on forecast, you get a wonderful, quite in-depth, again, to use my favourite phrase, graph. You'll see a detailed chart, as we've got here. It's got a plethora of information on it, and you can assess the share's past behaviour and near-term prospects. The chart function actually shows the timeline of price, and it actually puts you in a position to identify where a trend might have formed. This could be, just to use a very easy example again, to an RNS announcement which sparked a trend which led to something happening with the share price on there. So as I said, this is a good tool. I think we need very clearly to have a guide with this tool which actually gives you a bit more basic how to use it, and we'll be putting that in due course. A very expensive card, if this is a Tesla or something, but it's a nice dashboard. This is my absolute favourite thing we have on lse.co.uk. If there's one reason you take out of these 5 to visit us, this should be it. This is a dashboard, very simply, where you can bring all your information about the shares you either hold or perhaps you're following, perhaps on your watch list, whatever, and you can bring it into one place. Again, if you log in, you can join lse.co.uk for free. We just take your email address, you set up a name, you put in a password, and for the time being, that's pretty much it. So this is actually a free tool. So within this, you can drag and drop, you can change the size of columns, you can change the position, I can move that round to there, whatever you want to do with it, really. It's a very flexible dashboard. So there's 14 functions you can have in here. So from share chat, share prices, intraday graphs. If you've got our professional news feed, you put your professional news feed in there as well. So as I say, this is just a nice, simple tool, but it's brilliant. It gives you all the information you need in one place. It's absolutely fantastic. Small yet insightful details always interest me as well. And one thing when we developed this, the bars you can see there, they're all actually colour customizable. So on here I've got Excite Bike, Vader, Eggplant and Sunny. So if you've got a short attention span like me, you can personalise it as much as you wish to. Each item, as you can see, is by, you can put into your dashboard, is by the add new item, so it's very simple to use. And perhaps for after today, if you'd like to, you can see at the very top there, you can actually watch an introduction video to this tool. So this is a tool we have a video for. So at your leisure when you go home, please have a look at the video and start using my terminal. This is fantastic in my view. Suspiciously healthy looking fast food, or is that just me? I don't know. Our final reason, so as I said, I started off reasonably simplistically, I've gone back again, and we've now got quick picks. We're huge fans at lse.co.uk of one-click navigation. The first thing I mentioned was our text highlighting, and that was also a a brilliant example of one-click navigation, as are quick picks. Again, you can get this kind of snapshot. If you haven't got oodles of time, or you just want to go in and out, perhaps you're at work and the boss isn't so happy, you link in on lsc.co.uk, you can nip into quick picks again, which we've highlighted there. So once you've signed in, you just drag some shares in there. You can rank it, or you can actually look at your greatest interest, whether it's a percentage or pound gains. The buttons are very obvious as well. We've got static indicators there of up, down, or level for the day, effectively. You can have up to 25 shares in there. So a bit like, say, you've got a large portfolio you look at with us. Rather than having to go into there, you're just on our homepage, and bang, there you go. You can get this immediate, very visual snapshot of, right, what are my shares doing today? What's the market doing today, even? All the tools I've mentioned today are actually available with that free membership of lsc.co.uk. There's also a lot more on our site as well. We have an ever-growing blog section. We have a guy called David Harbidge. He's an ex-investment director of Barclays Stockbrokers. His blogs have got a really great following. We've also got a chap called Moosh, and he's just one of our members, but he's a chartist, and he likes sharing information. He's also on our blog section as well. So you can actually get a lot of information. So 99% of what you've got from lsc.co.uk is absolutely free. If you're a little bit more, perhaps of a serious trader, perhaps a day trader, or you're taking some more short-term positions, or you just really want to look into the market a bit deeper, we have got paid subscriptions, such as Level 2 data, Level 1 data, and as I mentioned earlier, the professional news as well. I've hoped that these last few minutes will lead you to have a better appreciation of the website. And if I came back again this time next year and I asked each of you to put your hands up if you actually visited lsc.co.uk every stock market day, I'd like to think we'd get a very good show of hands. I'm done, really. Just to say very good luck with your trading, which is what it's all about. For a lot of people, it's to make that extra bit of money or invest in something they believe in. So I wish you the very best with that. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and thank you very much for listening to me.